Hey, Irene, what the heck is your problem, huh? Care to explain this pie in the fridge? It's absolutely huge. How am I supposed to fit anything else in here? Oh, hey, Luna. I really am sorry for taking the fridge right now. It was just that I baked the pie before going to work last night. I was going to have some after I get back from my shift, but feel free to help yourself to some if you'd like. I have some different kinds of teas in the cupboard that might go well with it. You think I want to have a single bite out of something that some gas station attendant made? Besides, don't you know that I'm on a diet? Oh, I see. I guess I didn't know about the diet. And just why would you go and bake something, huh? Don't you know that we just had our oven replaced? Don't tell me that you used it. Well, yeah, of course I used the new oven. In fact, I was really surprised with how well the pie turned out. I think this new oven really elevated it over a pie that I would have made with the old one. But anyways, the pie is for everyone to share, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I really just can't believe you. You do know that I was the one who bought the new oven in the first place, right? I paid for it all, so just who do you think you are using it without asking me first, huh? I'm sorry, I don't think I quite understand what you mean. I am saying that it's my oven and you should have asked me before using it. I mean, seriously, how old are you that I have to be explaining this? I bought it, so it's mine. It's just that simple, and you should have known better than to use something that isn't yours without asking first. Hold on just a second there. What do you mean it's your oven? I mean, isn't it for all of us to use? Besides, it's your fault that the last oven that we had broke in the first place. That's why he had to completely replace it. Are you kidding me? I know that you're not trying to blame me for this. That oven was on its last legs, and I just happened to be using it when it broke. But then you all had to make this huge deal about it and forced me to buy a new one. But you guys are the ones that were using the oven all the time, which caused it to break. I don't know what you want me to say. You broke the oven, so it's only natural that you should pay to fix it. And besides, I was the one who paid for this oven, and I didn't care at all if other people used it. Well, I am telling you that I bought this new oven, and that means that it belongs to me. Do you understand? So don't go using it without asking me about it first. In fact, the next time that you want to use the oven, I'm going to charge you $5. So what do you think about that? You're going to charge me money just for using the oven? What is the matter with you? So you've got all the money in the world to buy the things to make a pie, but you can't afford $5 to bake it? You really must think the world revolves around you, huh? But maybe it's just that you can't actually afford it. And just what is that supposed to mean? I mean that you are already the age you are, and you're still living with your parents. I think that you can hardly say that you've lived a successful life if that's the case. Not only that, but you work at a gas station and are always bringing back free things from there. And on top of all that, you have to force your sister to buy new appliances. It's pretty obvious that you're nothing but a huge failure and don't know what you're doing with your life. Wow, I can't believe that I'm having to take this from you. What is the matter with you? What's the matter is that you were touching my stuff without asking me first. You didn't buy the oven, so you shouldn't have been using it.
So, you and Luna were getting into it again, because you used the oven Luna was saying belonged to her.
I wouldn't say that we were getting into it as much as Luna was completely overreacting. I mean, it's like she completely forgot that she bought the oven as a replacement for the one that she broke. And now she's acting as if it's some precious object of hers that only she's allowed to use. She wanted to charge me money to use it.
I see. Well, in that case, it seems to me like it's all your fault.
What? Are you kidding me? How is any of this my fault when Luna was the one who broke the stove in the first place? Luna doesn't even use the oven. She doesn't bake or cook or anything like that at all. So for her to be getting so mad about people using something that she would normally not even touch is just absurd.
Well, sure, you say that the oven broke, but it's really just that one component of the oven broke, right? I mean, it still produced heat and all. I'm not sure the whole thing needed to be replaced, to be honest. But because you made Luna do so, I think you have to take the blame for this. You basically forced her to buy a whole new oven when that really wasn't even necessary.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That oven was so old and had been well used by the time it broke.
I get that, but that still just means that it looked like an old oven. That says nothing about how it was actually working. You should have just made her replace the part that was actually broken. I think that you just wanted a new oven, and that's why you made Luna be the one to go and buy it for you. Honestly, not only is that selfish of you, but it's also just so obvious.
I can't believe what I'm reading. Did you really think this was all some elaborate plot by me?
Oh, come on, Irene. It's not like you're the most mature person. I mean, you're still just working part-time at a gas station. It's clear you just wanted someone to buy you something new. You used Luna and manipulated the situation to get what you wanted out of her. Just admit it.
I am not going to admit something that I didn't do, and I didn't force Luna to do anything.
And I think that you're just changing the story to fit the narrative that you want it to. But the fact of the matter is that you're still living at home and you could never afford something like that yourself. When are you finally gonna grow up and move out? You really need to understand where you stand in all this.
Where I stand? And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, you're acting like you're so special, but I'm the eldest son and I'm living at home to take care of Mom and Dad. The fact of the matter is that there's no reason for you to be here. I'm the new master of the house. I think you need to recognize that.
Did you seriously just call yourself the master of the house?
Well, it's true. I mean, this house, this land. I'm going to be getting all of it after our parents die. And so I just think you need to realize where you stand in all of this. All I'm saying is that you might want to think a bit about the future and maybe leave my wife alone. Okay?
You better be joking about all of this. I mean, since when did anyone say that you were going to be the master of the house? And just who said that you were going to be inheriting all of that after our parents pass away?
Well, I'm the eldest son, so of course I would get everything and you wouldn't. I mean, sure, you're my older sister, but you're not even married. That's why I'm telling you to stop being such a leech and learn how to stand on your own 2 feet.
Are you kidding me right now, John?
Sorry, I know it's easier said than done. I mean, who wouldn't want to marry a woman working at a gas station? Yeah, but anyways, just leave Luna alone, okay?
Hey, Irene, I was just curious. How much money do you have in your bank account? Do you think you have enough to rent an apartment? And just why do you want to know how much money I have? I mean, I probably could afford an apartment, but why do you ask? I knew it! I knew that you were nothing but a little leech. You had savings this whole time, and yet you still insist on living at home. But now that I know you can afford to move out, I want you to pack up your bags and get out of here. We are done with you. Excuse me? You want me to pack up my bags and leave? Well, you just said that you had enough money to get yourself an apartment, so I'm not seeing what the deal is. But you can't just kick me out of my own home like this all of a sudden. What is going on here? Don't you see that this is all for you? If you don't have this push to help you get out of the house, then you're never going to learn how to be responsible. And since it's clear that you've been selfishly saving up money to hoard for yourself, I don't see any problem with kicking you out. You really think that I'm just some kind of selfish leech? Is that all you think of me? Of course it is, and it's high time that somebody kicked some sense into you, so I am taking it upon myself to throw you out. You need to go out into the world and learn how to take care of yourself. Luna, I'm sorry, but I just can't understand any of this. I mean, I haven't done anything to you or John, and I have a job. Sure, you have a job, but you're still not living on your own or standing on your own 2 feet. You're nothing but a gas station attendant who needs to trick her sister-in-law to buy her a new oven. Well, John and I are done feeding into your bad habits and laziness. That's right, even John is with me on this. In fact, this was all John's idea. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me that my own brother is trying to kick me out? He thinks that having you around is going to hurt his chances of inheriting the most wealth as possible from his parents, so that's why we're kicking you out. I see. And just what did my mom have to say about this little coup of yours, huh? Does she even know? Well, we don't need to bring this up with her at all. Besides, John already knows that she'll go without plan. After all, this is for her sake as well. And just how in the world do you figure that, huh? Because I know that your mom would rather just live with John and I and would love to get rid of you. Everyone would be better off without a leech like you in their lives. So you're really saying that my mom is on your side and you trying to kick me out? I'm saying that she will be and that it's no concern of yours to begin with. Now just pack up your bags, leave, and never ever come back. There isn't a single person in this house who wants you around. So take you and your part-time gas station working behind and just go already. Okay then, if that's really what you want, I'll be gone before the day is done. And never ever come back. The house belongs to John and I, and that's it. There's not enough room for you here, and there never was. You really are clueless, do you know that? But if I'm not going to be coming back to this home anymore, then I'll make sure that no one can ever go home to it. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? It means that I have tried to be patient with you, and now I am just at my limit. I had no problem when you two moved in. But if you two are really going to try and kick me out of my own home, then I'll have to take matters into my own hands. And I'd rather see this house demolished and this land turned into a parking lot before handing it over to you. Look, Irene, I get that you're upset about being kicked out like this, but you have no authority to do anything like that at all. Oh, really? That's funny, because last I checked, I owned this house, and it's my name on the deed. Wait, what? It's your name on the deed? That's right. So tell me again how I don't have the right to do what I want to my property? What's stopping me from demolishing the house and selling the land? You know that this area is in pretty high demand, right? I could find a buyer within hours, but first I'll go and find a new apartment for myself. And tomorrow I'll look more seriously into what can be done about the house. But, wait, hold on. Are you seriously the owner of the house? Why in the world is it your name on the deed? Well, it's because my mom changed the name from hers to mine, and that made me the owner. You see, after you and John got married, Mom decided to ask me to manage her estate. But I don't get it. Why would she want you to handle all of that? Well, it's because neither of us thought that you and John would want to move in with Mom. And since Mom was worried about what might happen in the future with her health, she wanted me to have the power to handle things if it came to that. But I had no idea about any of this at all. Well, Mom and I were thinking about telling you both, but we just had no idea how long you would be staying. Mom seemed to think that you two were always going to move out soon, though, so she thought better than to tell you both. But anyways, all of this is to say that the talk about you two inheriting the house and not me is just all something John came up with. But this can't be happening. The house, the land, it was all supposed to be ours. Well, don't worry. I'll let Mom decide who she wants to go and live with. And if she ends up picking you two, I'll even make sure to pay you money to take care of her. And just where are you going to get the money to do that? Why would you even do something like that? Well, because I promised Mom that I would take care of her. It wasn't just the house I was entrusted with. But anyways, after I sell this house, I'll also have enough money to be able to take care of Mom. In fact, this whole time, I've been giving help to Mom with her bills and even giving her an allowance. You have? But I really had no idea about any of this at all. Well, now you do. But anyways, I've got to go and start packing up all my bags. I'll explain what's happening to my mom, and you can explain this all to John. I would start packing up your things as well, by the way. You won't have much longer here. No, this can't be happening. You're lying. You've got to be lying to me right now. I mean, our whole plan, it's all gone. We were going to have the house all to ourselves, really make it our own, and now you're telling me that we're actually getting nothing? Yep, there won't even be a house standing by the time everything's said and done. But your brother is the eldest son. You can't just take his house from him. I already told you that John was never getting the house, so I'm not taking anything away from him. But anyways, him being the eldest son means nothing. So anyways, I'm going to go and pack. Good luck with everything. So in the end, I packed up my bags, lived in a hotel for a week while I apartment hunted, and ended up finding a great condo to live in. I made sure that it had room for 2 people since I knew that my mom would want to come and live with me and not Luna and John. She actually loved the place so much and was much happier there than back home. As for my brother John and his wife Luna, they had quite the panicked packing after they realized their time living at home was limited. They had actually drawn so many plans of all that they wanted to do to the house once my mom and I were out of the way. But all of their dreams and plans and blueprints came down to nothing as bulldozers tore down the house and flattened the land into an empty lot. I hear that the 2 of them are living in a terribly cramped apartment these days with almost no savings to speak of. I really have no idea where their money went. They must have thought they were going to get so much from owning the house after they kicked me out. It's clear, however, that they should have come up with a backup plan for themselves. I can only hope that this experience has taught them to always double-check documents and know the full context of what they're getting themselves into. To say nothing about lessons on how to treat people.
Emily, is it true that you're moving to a different high school? Seriously? Is it because I stole your boyfriend from you? Come on, you don't have to be so butthurt. It's not like this is the end of the world for you. Oops, I forgot to block you. Thanks for reminding me. I'll never see you then. Bye-bye. Wait. Why do you get to block me? If you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna block you before you block me. Alright, go ahead. But before I do that, let me know more about why you're leaving our high school. Is it seriously because I took your boyfriend from you? If so, how do you feel right now? I'm not leaving our high school because of you, and I don't care about our little dispute. Come on, Emily, you don't have to act so tough. I'm actually being very honest right now. The only reason that I'm moving to another school is because my dad's being moved to a different office for work. And it's also better for my future as well. I'm moving to the state that has my dream college. It'll be better if I'm eligible for in-state tuition. So, you were forced to move? Well, no. It was supposed to be just my dad at the beginning. And you weren't able to stay in our school thanks to me, so you're running away from me. Are you even listening? I just told you that it was because it was for a better choice for my future. The college tuition when I live there works better for our family, so that's why I'm moving. Plus, my dad said that he was staying there for a few years, so I thought it was better if we stayed together as a family. You're just making excuses, and it's obvious. Come on, just tell the truth. That is the truth. I know you want to hear that I left because you took my boyfriend, and that I feel awkward being around you guys since that happened, but it really has nothing to do with that, so stop trying. Do you have no shame? Because you stole my boyfriend, or because I couldn't see how trashy of a person the girl I thought my best friend was? Because I really am ashamed of myself for the latter. See? I knew you were still onto me about what I did to you. I mean, who wouldn't be embarrassed to have their own boyfriend stolen by their best friend? How do you manage to ignore everything I say and interpret whatever you want to hear? I thought your favorite subject was English. Stop being so sassy, Emily. Me? Sassy? That's basically all your personality consists of. See, you're being sassy. You've been so full of yourself ever since we got into high school. Just because the people in our class liked you. And I know how you've been hosting study sessions with your new little friends behind my back. I'm not doing anything behind your back. I just study alone, and everyone who has a question about the exam comes to ask me. You should have just said so if you wanted to be part of it. I did not want to be part of your trashy little meetings. Well, I just want to say that I didn't mean to do anything behind your back or make you feel left out. You think you're so special just because you have good grades. On top of that, you make a boyfriend before me? Who do you think you are? Wait, so you stole my boyfriend from me because you were jealous? You stepped out of line. I only made you my friend so you could help me stand out better. But you tried to be the main character. You tried to steal the spotlight from me. That's why you got what you deserved. You've been saying all these odd things. I've never wanted to steal the spotlight from you. You should know by now that I'm not the type to want to be the center of attention. You knew what you were doing. And I know that you'll have a hard time ahead in your life if you keep doing that to others. So, I did you a favor and stole your boyfriend from you. You needed someone to teach you a lesson.
Hey, Emily. How you been doing? Are you enjoying your new school?
Oh my god, you scared me. I forgot that I haven't blocked you yet.
Wait. Just wait for 1 second.
What do you want?
Well, I realized that I was in the wrong.
For what? Being born?
No, for dumping you to get with Carla.
Oh. Well, the past is in the past. You don't have to worry about that, so feel free to move on. I'm doing fine over here at my new school anyways.
So, you already made a new boyfriend?
No, I mean, I've had a few people who I can talk to, but I'm not too close with anyone.
You already made a new boyfriend?
Wait, what? Like, after you?
She left me on the day after you moved to a new school.
Oh, wow.
That's it? Oh, wow. She threw me away. Any sympathy?
I mean, you threw me away too. The day that I caught you two on a date together, you told me that you felt more comfortable around her and that she was the love of your life. Why would you want my sympathy now?
Now I know that I was wrong for all that.
So you texted me to apologize for your wrongdoings? Well, thank you for apologizing. See you.
Wait,
What? Can you please get to the point?
I want to get back together with you.
But I don't even go to the same school as you anymore.
Yeah, but we both talked about how we had the same dream college, didn't we? So I'm thinking that maybe we can meet up when we both get in.
Why don't you get back together with Emily? She was so much of a better match with you, wasn't she?
I can't get back together with Emily.
Why not?
She said that I needed to go get some plastic surgery if I wanted to keep dating her.
I mean, it's true that you have a pretty basic white boy face. Why don't you try getting a new haircut or something?
I'm not trying to find ways to convince Carla into dating me, Emily. I want to get back together with you.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Look, regardless of what Clara said, I think your face is fine, and I think you'll find someone great in the future.
See? You're the only person who actually supports me from their heart.
I'm just trying to be positive, Ben.
You're the only person who truly understands me. I know that it's too late to apologize. I know, but I also know that I'll never mess this up again, and I'll make you the happiest girl in the world. That's why I contacted you today.
Look, I need to focus on my college admission now, so I think I'll stay away from all the drama for a while. And even if it wasn't at this very moment, I wouldn't consider dating a person who cheated on me even once, no matter how much they apologize to me.
Well, what do you need me to do to forgive me?
It's not about whether I forgive you or not. To be honest, I have no interest in you anymore. I don't like you anymore, and I don't care about you. So, I'm sorry, but please understand.
Wow, so I get tricked to leave the love of my life, and the girl who got me into the situation also threw me away. I have nothing left.
It's not like you to be so clingy. I guess I really never truly understand you as a person.
And that's another reason for us not to date.
Can't you get to know me from now on?
Not a chance. I need to study for my SAT and revise my essay after that, so this is goodbye, once and for all.
Hey, Emily, you still use this number, right?
Sorry, who's this?
You know damn well who this is. Your beautiful best friend, Carla. Have you forgotten about me? Or are you just trying to forget about me altogether since I took your boyfriend from you? If that's the case, I'm so very sorry for traumatizing you like that.
Oh, it's you. I changed my phone a while ago, so I didn't have your number added, and you blocked me a decade ago. What brings you here?
I was just wondering how you were doing. You know, since you didn't show up to the high school reunion that was held last month.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't show up since I had a meeting scheduled on that day.
I was so bummed out at not having been able to see you. It's been 10 years. I thought we would have some little time to catch up with each other.
Is there anything I can help you with? I'm sort of busy right now.
Actually, I had a small announcement to make. I'm getting married.
You're getting married? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. My fiancé is actually the owner of a company. He makes several $million a year.
That's very impressive. Who's the lucky man?
Oh, you haven't heard yet?
Why would I know who you're dating?
Well, he's someone that you already know.
Someone that I know?
You're still as sharp as a marble, aren't you? He's the only millionaire that you'll ever come close to.
Still have no idea.
This is the exact reason why you had your boyfriend taken away from you in high school. You're always only thinking about yourself, and guess what? Now I got your husband to propose to me. I'm even pregnant with his baby.
I'm not married to anyone yet.
What? What do you mean? You have a millionaire husband, don't you?
I still have no idea who that mystery millionaire is. I've never married anyone before.
Quit messing around. I'm talking about Kevin. I was working at the restaurant one day and he suddenly asked me if I was Carla and he introduced himself to me as your husband.
Wow, that is terrifying.
But he even had a picture of himself next to you and he had his ring on. He even went as far as to say that he got to know me when you two were looking through your yearbook together.
Hold on, but I moved to another high school before graduation, remember? I mean, we did go to the same middle school too, but do you still look the same as back then? I probably wouldn't be able to recognize you if I'd only seen you in that one picture.
I mean, everyone says that I look younger than my actual age.
It seems like you haven't changed a bit either.
Look, I get that you're tired of admitting that any man you choose will replace you with me. But it's the truth, so why don't you come clean with it? I am and will always be better than you.
Do you seriously think that I would still give a slightest crap? If a guy decides to cheat on me, then that just means that he's just not worth my time. Besides, I actually don't have a husband, so you're actually scaring me with those stories. Are you sure you didn't mean someone else?
No, I told you how he showed me a picture of the two of you next to each other.
And you said you were getting married with that man?
Yeah, so get ready for the divorce. Thanks for the millionaire husband.
I really have no idea who you're talking about, so good luck, I guess. I have nothing against the idea of you getting married, and nor do I care.
How do you feel right now? Are you mad? Sad?
I don't feel anything because I have no idea who or what you're talking about.
Stop trying to act tough. I know you're crying behind that screen. Whatever. I'm very sure that you'll lose that composure very soon. Imagine having another lady steal your husband and getting a divorce. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. You know what? I feel terrible, so you could at least come to our wedding if that helps.
Huh?
You can drink the pain away. I'll send the date and location of the wedding later, so make sure to come, okay? It's going to be held in about a month. I wanted to make our engagement day the same day as my birthday, so it's gonna be before that. So make sure to finish all procedures before that. Got it? Great. See you there. Emily! Why would you leave in the middle of the party? It's almost your turn to give a congratulatory speech to us.
I was right to show up out of curiosity. I understand what's going on now, and I didn't prepare a speech for you guys since you never let me know in advance. Well, then, come up with something on the spot. We're best friends, aren't we? Just say something sweet, and I'll act touched. I have nothing sweet to say about a fake friend who's into stealing their friend's boyfriend. Nor do I have anything to say to the man who is my stalker. What do you mean by stalker? I didn't recognize him when they announced his name, but I knew who he was as soon as I saw him in person. The man who you just had a wedding with was my stalker. I had to take legal action to get him away from me. Wait, what do you mean? I mean exactly what I said. The man that you just got married to is the same man who used to stalk me. I had to get a restraining order on him. I was finally starting to feel safe. But I guess he was busy stalking you instead. But he told me that he was married to you. I mean, did you check his record? I'm sure you won't find anything about marriage with me. No, I didn't, but... Look, you need to believe me on this. I've never gotten married to the man before. Got it? But how is that possible? He even showed me a picture of himself with you. Yeah, he would stalk me and take pictures of me. Then he would edit himself into those pictures and spread the lies that he was with me. Thanks to that, I was finally able to get the police to do something about him. You're lying. He told me that he's making millions a year. There's no way that someone with so much to lose would do something like that. You two aren't living together, right? Why don't you try paying attention to whether he actually leaves to work every day? Who knows? He might be lying about that whole story. I do live with him in the apartment that I've lived in for a few years. But we promised that we would take a look at the new places next week. Look, I'm not sure whether he became a million overnight or not. But the last time the police gave me information about him, they told me that he was unemployed. Or that he didn't have a proper job and was just going around starting and quitting part-time jobs. But he said that he has the money to buy a house for us. I told him that I would pay for the daily expenses since he's paying for the house. I even quit my day job as a restaurant server since he said I could just be a housewife. Well, have you taken a look at the house? Not yet, but we're going to soon. Maybe you should at least take a look at his savings and see if he's telling the truth. Look, I get that you're jealous, and that I'm getting married to a rich guy who's going to give me the world, but you need to stop lying just to make me feel less of myself. I'm genuinely concerned for you, because I know how that man can be like, but I guess you don't want my advice. What help would you be to me? I'm just trying to point out what you might be getting yourself into. And what could that be? Kevin, my stalker. Do you know why he was stalking me? The police have evidence of him stalking me, by the way. Whatever, get to the point. Kevin had a girlfriend when he was in high school, but he was fed lies to by his girlfriend's best friend. And ended up leaving the girlfriend to be with her best friend. But it turned out that the best friend was just playing games and he was dumped right away. So he tried to get back with his initial girlfriend, but he was rejected, and that's how he became the initial girlfriend's stalker. Wait, but there's no way. He tried to get into the same university as me, but his grades weren't good enough and he didn't make it. So I ended up going to my dream school while he went to some other university, and he found me right before graduation, becoming my stalker. I was paid a pretty good amount as compensation, so I'm pretty much over it. Although, I was considerably traumatized for a while. So, you're saying that Kevin and Ben are the same people? You told him to get plastic surgery or something before you broke up with him, didn't you? How am I supposed to remember that? Well, he told me that you did. Those words must have bothered him a lot. My guess is that since he couldn't stalk me anymore, he changed his target from me to you. You have got to be kidding me. So, he's not the man that I thought he was? No, I don't think so. And I really don't think he has the money that he's saying he has. He had to pay some fees when I sued him, and it seems that he hadn't had a proper job in years. So, this whole thing is a fraud? Well, yes, but at least you're getting married before me, right? No, there's no at least to this. I stayed single until this age just so I could marry a rich and handsome guy that I thought would show up one day. Not some broken guy with a fake nose. The marriage is not valid. Well, you have fun working with that. I have nothing to do with this, and I'm going to block you, so good luck, I guess. Wait, I'll give him to you. He's your ex, isn't he? I'm sure he'd enjoy your company far better than mine. I agree, but I'm not interested.
Sorry. But we're best friends. We're supposed to help each other through these things. I'm moving tomorrow to somewhere far away. Neither you nor him will ever find me again.
I haven't felt so happy in a long time, Carla.
Take me with you.
I guess it's my turn now.
What do you mean? You turn for what?
What you taught me 10 years ago? How to erase someone else from your life?
What do you mean? We're best friends. You can't just do that to me.
Here goes nothing.
Blocked.
I've had Carla blocked since then, so I've only heard rumors about her. But apparently, I was right about Kevin being Ben, and the whole story about him buying a house was a lie. In fact, Millionaire story was a lie, and Ben took Carla back to his parents' house, where they now live together. I've only been to his house once during high school, but his mother was a horrible person who was obsessed with our son and would shame me for dating him. Hopefully, she's having a good time during her stay there for the rest of her life.